Politicians are not normal. What can we do about that? Nowadays, a lot of MPs are considered to be career politicians. Some have spent their whole working lives in politics, and others come from professional backgrounds that help set them up to reach those positions of power. One reason, among many, that this matters is that it produces a political class that is not representative of the wider population. Instead of a diverse group of politicians, we end up with particular kinds of people tending to become MPs and ministers. So if this is a problem, what's the solution? Well, some suggest replacing elections altogether with some kind of random selection of citizens to become representatives. This idea is called sortition, and it means that each person in the country would have a kind of equal chance of becoming an MP, which means you would expect Parliament to become more representative of the characteristics of the population. But critics argue this would remove the kind of competitive nature of electoral democracy and prevent potentially capable politicians from putting themselves forward and being held accountable by voters. So some political scientists have suggested a compromise. Political parties could randomly select people from within their own memberships to stand for election. This would still allow people to kind of put themselves forward into the pool of potential candidates, while keeping politicians accountable to voters and discouraging people from single-mindedly pursuing political careers. However, some colleagues of mine have responded to this by arguing that it wouldn't solve the representativeness problem. The issue is that members of political parties themselves aren't like the wider population. If the 2024 general election result had happened with randomly selected candidates from political parties, then Parliament might have fewer graduates and more women, but MPs would be significantly older on average and more likely to be white. Now, of course, if party membership became like entering a lottery where you might become a candidate, then that might change who joins political parties in the first place. Politics could potentially become more diverse if this attracted loads of people to join political parties, but it could also put off a lot of people from joining political parties. Most people don't want to run for political office, and the people who are motivated by this possibility are likely to overlap significantly with the kinds of people who are already likely to join political parties and with who pursue political careers and become career politicians already. But what do you think about the idea of introducing an element of random sortition into our politics?